Hey, collective. Hey, I'm back. It's me. Good morning. Yeah, I slept a long time. I did a lot of sleeping, yeah. But listen, y'all. This is gonna be a little heavy, cause it is. It just fucking is. So 18 and under. I'm not gonna say you can't watch it because y'all are human. You know what I mean? You could be experiencing what I've been experienced through life. So, cause my shit started early, real early. You know what I mean? Anyway, I got to free myself, y'all. So y'all know, I've been, going through a cycle myself. I'm about to use my Vaseline today, my lips, and I can tell you, right, that every day I get on here and I keep my energy high. I pray. I try not to let things get to me. But let me tell you something. All right? I gotta breathe through this, okay? I have been broken. And although you can't see the pain, I've had to fucking get through with losing my fucking kids again, losing my family, man. These holidays are coming up, and usually I try to keep myself busy, you know what I mean, and try not to pour rain on nobody else's prayer. I try to keep going, and I'm still doing that, but there's a piece, right, that I have not spoken because it was too early in my healing. See, the last time I was in this position, I ran. I didn't know what to do with the feelings, and I used. And I turned my whole life upside down when I lost control. You understand? And I know what my reaction to my trauma was. My reaction was I got into addictions. That was my reaction the first time my kids were snatched out of my life. You hear me? I lost control of my life. I've worked through a lot of that already, right? And I really didn't understand why I went through what I went through. My main goal was to get off the fucking drugs, right? Because with the drugs, nothing was possible. So I did that. I'm not here to talk about that experience, but I want to talk about the energy behind the experience. Because I'm realizing somebody in my life was doing this to me. And I never wanted to say that out loud. I wasn't able to say it out loud because I was confused. But here, it happened again. But this time, with the clear head and with God, my God, thank you, Father, for the fucking protection and the guidance He gave me and the healing He's allowed me to have, man. See, the first time I turned all that energy in on myself because I thought something was wrong with me. And I can't make excuses for my reaction and my actions to the pain I was feeling. I can't, I did that's how I bandaged it. That's how I went through it. But this time, to have my children, guided away from me, told not to deal with me, you know, collaborated with, you know, colluded to break my heart again. Because, see, the first time my heart was broken, I used and I tried to hurt myself. Let's just call it what the fuck it was, because that is a slow fucking death, but it's a death we inflict on ourselves. So I slowly but surely, you know what I mean? But God pulled me out. With the help of the fellowship, He pulled me out of that shit. Right? Because I had to have something to grab onto, because my faith wasn't strong enough. So He gave me a lifeline. But to be traumatized again and have those things that I love the most taken out of my life again, it was like being devastated all over again. But I saw the trick of the enemy this time. It was meant for me to feel that way. It was meant to send me back to the darkness. Somebody was doing this to me. I been knew that there was an energy in my life that was not a part of my support. That was definitely pulling strings, creating obstacles. I know. I ain't ready to go all into who it is. But I need to tell you about the energy. But I'm going to tell you, what I really came here to say is, because I need to free this, I need to get this shit out, because I've been in this fucking loop every fucking Thanksgiving, every Christmas, every birthday, every Mother's Day, this fucking loop where I have to really protect myself, right? From slipping, nigga. You wanted to destroy me. You wanted to take my life. Why? Why did you keep taking the thing that I love the most from me? They know who I'm talking to. And I still loved you unconditionally. I still tried to do as the Bible said and honor my mother and my father. And you tried to send me back into darkness again. I know who you are. I know, I remember all of it. But see, under the illusion of the drugs, I couldn't remember that shit. I am clear. I am not under the influence. Where my cards at? I am real clear. Right? And I'm watching. And every year and every season, I have to go through the pain of my children abandoning me. And I forgive. You know, because we only know what we know. You know what I'm saying? But we make choices. So those are the issues that they have to heal through. I have to make sure I'm safe. I forgive you. I've been forgave you. But I need to say, if you think that it didn't affect me, it fucking broke me. It broke me. It broke my bonds. It broke the bond, the ties that I had. It broke. Yes, I'm broken. But I am not going to kill myself because of it. I'm going to continue to heal. And I pray for my children to heal. I did not abandon you. But I had to do this so I could be here right now. I couldn't go back. I'm not going back into that darkness ever again. So I had to detach myself. I had to remove myself because I was surely been going there, and I can't do that again. And I can't do it. Yes, my heart is broken. I never stopped loving you. But you were participating in inflicting the pain on me, and I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. So, you just gotta understand why I had to let go. Because I can't. I will not go back there. It's not where I belong. I never belonged there. We never belonged there. So I'm praying for y'all to heal, man. And you know, and I just got to put that out there because I kept holding it in because the fuck, I don't know. It was because I don't know. I didn't want to stir the pot. I wasn't strong enough to fight back. I'm strong enough to fight back now. You understand? Because I had to make a firm foundation for myself. That meant I had to walk away and had to walk in my soul, my journey with God. I had to walk the way He was showing me. He was showing me the way out. So a lot of things you don't understand. I'm not who somebody said I was. I was never that person, but I was put in positions where, I had to sink or swim. I'm swimming today. I'm above the water today. I ain't afraid to say it's today. You're not just going to keep walking around and acting like I did some more fucking trifling shit when it wasn't even me, it was you. Influencing my life. You didn't expect me to be here to tell this. You wanted me to shut the fuck up. You tried to shut me up. See, if I was too high, wasn't nobody gonna believe shit I said. And it didn't even fucking matter because I was gonna be killing myself any fucking way, right? But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I had to do it the way I had to do it. You know what I mean? I had to heal. I was not going to allow myself to be stifled anymore, and I wasn't going to allow the energy or the way things were in my life to make me not love me anymore. Now you guys got to see for yourself. That's all it is. These are going to be life lessons for each and every one of y'all. Now y'all going to see for yourself. You're going to start making choices for yourself and stop going along with somebody said because you hurt. I understand that. But there's a different way to heal. Ain't no more blaming. I ain't did. I'm doing my own. I'm healing myself. I ain't hurting nobody. But I just want you guys to open your eyes and clean your life up. And see the truth of what it is. And live a righteous life. Live a life worth having blessings. And being grateful for. You don't have to drown in, no negative energy all the time. You don't have to stay there. Yes, it's hard. It's lonely, doing this by myself. But listen, if I didn't do it by myself, I was going to be amongst people that was trying to hurt my feelings all the time. I was tired of that shit. You act like you really don't fuck with me, so let me get the fuck out your way. But I also know that there was an influence behind all of that. Now y'all do the work. Y'all got to heal from that now. Don't delay. Medium. Your talents are your gifts. I had to really, with the help of God, I'm telling you, I had to really walk myself through that shit, man. Step by, but the thing is, y'all already know, I always wanted to say, that, somebody really tried to Not only did they want to take it from me and to hurt me, because see, the first time, I'm a true spirit, talk about his spirit. The first time when I was really caught up, right after my kids were taken from me, I went so deep into addictions, right? And then I went into treatment, and I was in treatment for 18 months, so I was out. Nobody knew where the fuck I was. I was in treatment facility for 18 fucking months, right? Let me tell you the shock on a motherfucker's face when they seen me walk up. I was like, hey. It was like, yeah. I wasn't supposed to survive that time. And let me tell you, from that day forward, my fucking life fell apart. My life started fucking falling apart again. And but for the grace of God catching me, I would be right back in that position. And my kids would be looking at me like I ain't never been shit. I ain't never been shit. I've been fucked up all their fucking life, right? I ain't never been shit. So, you know, that was the plan. I ain't do this time for my kids. The first time I did it for my fucking kids. But see, I still had I was still unhealed in why I went through the motherfucking thing in the first place. You understand? I wasn't clear on that shit yet. But the enemy was still in the camp. I walked right up to the motherfucking enemy. And boy, oh boy, did that motherfucker start to tear down my fucking life. Piece by fucking piece. Yes. I wasn't happy. I did it because I loved you more than But guess what? Here I am walking up on you again. And this time I got an army behind me that ain't finna go no motherfucking where. Now, spiritually transmitted disease. Man, listen. What's going on here, spirit? I appreciate y'all allowing me to, do that, because I needed to do that, because it's been blocking my path, man. And I know it, and it's because I've been, stifling me having a new beginning. I've been stifling happiness because I don't want them to think that I'm happy without them. That's fucked up, because those are my babies. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Fuck them other folks, all right? But them other folks is the ones I invited into my fucking life, into my peace, into my joy, into my blessing. I allowed them in, and they fucking took it. They're fucking thieves. Spiritual thieves. They didn't want... But let me just say, the devil will use those that are closest to you. I'm just going to say that. Because, I had to really, clear my head of that, because that's something that I have been really holding on to. And man, listen, I'm tired of crying at night. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of trying to, take vacations during the holidays and shit, or try not to be around. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen the pattern they were using to try to break me and shit. Why? Why you didn't want me to have a fucking chance? I don't understand. Look. Alright, y'all. I got that off my chest. I feel a little lighter. Because, it's just like I haven't really been able to celebrate my life. I haven't been really able to celebrate my accomplishments, and then them not celebrating, congrats, none of that shit, nigga, of course that shit fucking hurt. Birthdays, no happy birthday. Mother's Day, that was a motherfucker right there. Remember I talked about titles? Ooh, child, I had to release that shit. Like, I know who I am, you know. Oh, thank God. Come on here. Here we go. Let's go, Spirit. What y'all got to say? 2015 could be significant. 2017, 2018. Yeah, 2015 could be really significant. Yeah. What's this here? The tarot. Come on, Spirit. Who we talking about today? Family. Somebody that's shoe or boot lover. Yeah, they shocked, right? They shocked the fucking again. They was shocked the first time you overcame that bullshit they did. And you got some shit back. Oh, no. Then they went to working on the second part of your life. Look at that shit. They shocked. Why? Because that shit is coming back. What's coming back, Spirit? That fucking envy. Look at that! The Emperor in reverse. This is somebody that thought they had control over your whole world. You hear me? And they did. They knew that if they took that away from you again, that you were gonna fucking spiral. If they took it away from you again, that you was gonna spiral. And this time, you wasn't gonna make it out. You weren't supposed to make it out this time because they had some shit they was doing in the background, and be sure of that shit. Yep. Your intuition. You're getting clarity. Yeah, somebody's shocked. They can't hide it no more. Ooh-wee. Oh, Spirit said somebody gonna be hotter than fish grease. 10% reverse. There's somebody mama. Somebody baby mama. Evil eye. Ooh, they gonna be hotter than fish grease. Hey, listen. I can't. I gotta go. I'm not staying. I gotta go. And as long as I sit with that shit, you know, this was something that I was struggling with even talking about. You know what I mean? Nah, it had a hold. You know. It had a hold. Look at that. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Very intuitive. Intuition. Look, boundaries. Somebody trying to break down your boundaries. That's what they did. Yeah, somebody want to break down your boundaries. Man, they ain't got to attend to you no more. They got to attend with God with that. They got to attend with God with that. Yeah. Ooh, child. Look at the devil in reverse. Ooh, Spirit, talk about it. The ties that bind. The tie. Look. They've been using your pictures. Well, what's this? Ace Wands. You got a new start, baby. Baby, listen, the moon. Listen, clarity, 10-10. Baby, it's over. Listen, it's over. No longer do they have a hold. No longer are you holding on to that. Yes, this is not what fuels you. This is not what wakes you up in the morning. You had to let go of that toxic shit. This was ooh, child. This is also giving me like somebody trying to break a bind. A soul tie, a cord, you know what I mean? Want you to let go. New spiritual awakening and change with the moon, yes sir. Windfall in reverse. Almost fell for the okie doke. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, so this Empress in reverse, this toxic MF here, this wasn't nothing but the devil. This wasn't nothing but the devil. You hear me? This is a very toxic, devilish, mean-spirited person that was bound to devilish. This one got karma. Ooh, they done attach themselves to so much karma. And DEATH, yes. Justice in reverse for this injustice. for this injustice. I remind you of what you did. A lot of people feel that way. Wow. No, you're fake. We both loved you. Look at this shit here. I loved you and you loved your fucking self. This person had no love for you, collective. This is why it was so hard for you to see. Look, the candle and the thief. This, ooh, evil eye. Look at this shit. Look at this. You never saw me until I started to develop, and then you hated me. Look. How about this, though? Game over. The ride's over. The ride's over. Somebody's a thief. Somebody's been doing candle magic. Yeah. Somebody's been doing something with your pictures. Or somebody could have took your pictures to a spiritualist or some shit like that. They could have did that shit online. That's what I'm picking up. They could have sent your shit to somebody online. Yeah, this is somebody that tried to take you out. The Chariot in reverse, the Ace of Cups. They tried to block you. They tried to take you out, man. Somebody thought that you was gonna spiral, but you woke the fuck up. You got a spiritual awakening. Yes. God is so good. It's like a damn, I wish I'd have brought the cards out here. It's like, I don't know, like definitely Temperance energy. I'm picking up, because this could like really, if you couldn't see it on a spiritual level, on an intuitive level, you know, somebody's behaviors and what they've been fucking doing, it's like it could really send somebody over. Ooh-wee. Somebody done did this before, Spirit said. They done did this before. They did this to other people. Yeah, they did this to other people, created an imbalance in people's energy, especially when they were in a low vibration. Because they were jealous, they were a thief. A bandit. And that's orange. That's a sacral. The sacral. So this is where you build your foundations, your trust. You know, you surround yourself with people that you love. This motherfucker steals that from people. This is like a stability stealer. It's like they come in and they take the life out of the fucking room and shit. You know what I mean? Because they're constantly burning candles and doing fucking magic and shit. This is a happiness hater. We got the Three of Cups here. Ooh. And the Page of Wands. This person could have even celebrated you, like, moving away. Look, no victory. Eight of Cups. Look at that shit. Somebody thought that you were going to feel defeated if you didn't. Yeah. Unfortunately, God, look, y'all, and never be able to, you know, get over this shit, to overcome this, to have any kind of victory. Yeah. God had another plan. God had another plan. I thank him for his grace and his mercy. I'm telling you. Eight of Pentacles work. So, Queen of Pentacles, come on now. Ooh, there go God. Look at this. Look at God. The family, that Ten of Pentacles. That stability. Yeah, you walked away. You started focusing on your work, your finances, your stability. Yeah. You were guided to do that. You carried a lot. You could still be carrying a lot of burdens as well. And this could be around. Ooh, we got a wheel of fortune here. There's going to be some kind of change here. There's a message coming. A Knight of Pentacles with some kind of truth. Yeah, this is it. But the Ten of Wands in the upright is... I'm cold, y'all. Y'all know how I get. The Ten of Wands in the upright is, coming to an end. This is about to be over. You heal through source, through prayer, through meditation, right? Allowing God in the universe to help you to sift through, because that's what I had to do. All right, so, and you created some stability for yourself. You went out on your own. You created something for yourself, right? Some of you guys could be business owners. The Hierophant. Yeah. Your destiny. But I'm also picking up an energy of just waiting for things to be worked out. You know what I'm saying? Continue to focus on what you're doing. And yes, things may be hard. And you know what I mean? And it could just be, burdens that you're carrying. It don't may have to be the physical ones, but the emotional ones. Let's see what Granny had to say. Because I know I felt like I've been carrying a whole bunch of damn burdens. What we got here. Validity. Everything that glitters ain't gold. Sometimes it's hard to distinguish between what's fake and what's real. Test to prove authenticity. And this every goodbye ain't gone, returning. Although something or someone may have gone astray or disappeared, it doesn't necessarily mean that you won't see it again. And then we got lack in reverse. Yeah, you're not going to be lacking for anything. You can't squeeze blood from eternity. Yeah, you quit. Exactly. Look at what she playing. She playing Pentacles. Look, that's what she's... Those are Pentacles, my nigga. You can't expect something to give you... You cannot expect someone to give you something they simply do not possess. Wow. You can't get them to give you something they don't possess. They're never going to love you the way you want it, Because I know for me, I pushed, really hard to excel in a lot of things. But I also held myself back from doing a lot of things so that I wouldn't... Just like when I was young, nigga, right? That just pulled up a memory. When I was young, I was so self-conscious of my body, but that was because I had been touched when I was, as a kid, right? Younger. And I used to hate when men would catcall me, look at me. I used to cover up. I was a tomboy because I used to fight boys in school. Like, what the fuck you mean? Nah, don't be talking about you like me, because I was fucked up from the SA. But I've always tried to get my mother's approval, man. How come she don't fucking, how come, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck it was, right? And now this is like giving me like she couldn't give me what she didn't have, right? What's going on, Spirit? What else? Child, blood is thicker than water. Look at this shit. I can't make it up. Family bonds are stronger than any other relationship. They sure the fuck are, because those are the ones that you're bound to. It's like those roots. That's where you come from. So it's hard to break those bonds. But when it's one of them motherfuckers that's trying to fucking hurt you, really, that can just it's like taking the rug from under your feet. Like, goddamn, now what the fuck? Everything I thought I knew, everything I believed, now what the fuck, right? Yeah. And like I did it, I spiraled, right? Because you're taking away my fucking identity, And what am I fucking being punished for? That's the other thing. Made to feel like I was being punished. You ain't good enough. and then co-sign abuse towards me. Like seeing me getting physically abused, coming home with blood all over me, and just like, what you do? The fuck is that? And listen. Don't write a check. Don't write a check you can't cash. Warning, be careful about making promises or saying things you cannot back up or lack proof. Listen, they wasn't going to believe you. Ain't nobody going to believe you. Because you're out here, you're a crackhead, right? You're out here doing this and doing that and throwing your life away. Who the fuck's going to believe you? You're doing that shit because you want to. Listen, what we got here? So heavenly bound, no earthly good. Real time. Remember the present and the people around you while focusing on eternal and spiritual things. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I'm telling you, because I couldn't have did it without him. I know that, because otherwise, man, listen, y'all would be sitting here looking at me. Lord have mercy, because with my Father's grace, I ain't lying to you. A prayer or phrase uttered for God's grace and mercy, and I give it to him every day. Ooh, look at this one. This one don't even feel bad about shit. Somebody could have stole some money from you, and they don't feel bad about it at all. As long as they owe you, you'll never go broke. That's what they said. Let's get some other cards. What we got here? Look, fuck around and find out. Somebody's fucking around and find out. Yeah, mess around and find out. Some situations require you to respond. Stand on business and be firm with your boundaries. What that came out? You got the right one and the wrong one. You got the right one at the wrong time and the wrong one at the right time. God damn. Ooh-wee. To communicate one's intentions or character when being misunderstood or misrepresented. Okay, where we going from here? I think I'm gonna just close this out. I really wanted to get some other cards though. Alright. Girl, don't rush. Girl, don't rush. Don't run now. Don't run now, but I bet you I feel freer. I do. I feel lighter. I do, man. I do. Because it's like, I'm not going to just sit around and let you bully me and shit and not fucking say nothing. No more of that shit. No more. Yeah, I am humble. But I'm not a fool. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to contain that shit as long as I could. But now that is becoming a barrier in my forward movement. And I'm not about to let that happen. It ain't about no get back. It ain't about exposing. It ain't about none of that. It's about me freeing myself. Period. What we got here? Nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Come on, Spirit. Absolutely. Somebody knew that. You knew that was very important to me. You knew that meant every fucking thing to me. And even as a fucking kid, man, you distanced yourself. You isolated yourself from me. You know what I'm saying? You made me feel like I wasn't fucking yours, nigga. I don't care what you saying to anybody. Look, right on top of thief. Yeah. And you know, just because you have a title in my life does not mean that you are right. And then people need to know that just because that's somebody's relative and they tell you something about them, that don't mean that shit is true. That don't mean it's right because it's their relative. But a lot of people would think that, like, you know, that's their own family. They would know, right? Come on, man. What we got here? Kangaroo. Look. Unsettled times ahead. Unsettled times. Need to plan ahead. So some of y'all need to plan ahead. We got the quill. Get back to the basics. Message, letters, writing. Some of you guys could be writers. Some of you guys could be planning for a baby. Some of you guys could be pregnant or just had a baby. Okay. What we got here? Yoke. Feeling tied down or frustrated. And what else? Tankard. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Hmm. Feeling tied down or frustrated. Yoking yourself, like attaching yourself, right, with something and dragging it along with you. Yeah, that's kind of, it's like that heavy feeling like you're plowing fucking dirt, right? Because, yeah. So, yeah, unyoke yourself. It's time for celebration, fun, and enjoyment. And it's okay to enjoy the life that God has given you, that His grace and mercy has given you. Because I know how I felt. Like, I felt like I couldn't, give of my talents, my gifts, anywhere else because of loyalty, right? But loyalty to whom? Right? And that's instinctual. You know what I mean? It's like a puppy, a dog protecting their litter. You know what I mean? It's instinctual. Chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. So if you're feeling empty, if you feel like life is empty right now, or and I've been unable to fill that void in my life, right, because of that as well. Yeah, but I'm ready to fill that void. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Look at this. Bird perched, waiting for news, package or letter. So some of you guys could be getting some kind of letter. Okay, package. Some news is coming, horse. Something about a short journey. Some of you guys could be traveling or have to travel. Ooh, child. I know what. I think I'm going to go plant a flower today. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But we got jug. We have lighthearted, carefree times. So, yeah, things are lightening up, right? And then we got door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Open the door. You're going through a new door. Closing the old door. Wind chimes. Peace and harmony. Listen. All right. And what else can I do for y'all today? I think I'm done with my part. I'm done with my release. What else? I'm going to get one of these cards here. What we got? Alchemize the pain. Listen. Okay. It says, don your witch hat. Ooh-wee. 25. And what's on the bottom? Intentional stillness. Come on now. Not for nothing, right? Let's see. Don your witch hat. 25. You are the mistress of your own power. The witch's message is, trust yourself. Let no source outside your sacred self make decisions for you. Your feelings, convictions, experiences, and inner knowing are enough. Right now, the witch hat asks you, who is the ultimate judge of your worth and well-being? Is it a person or institution outside yourself? Come on, spirit. A belief or shame or limitation you were raised to believe? Come on now. Is it a society that demands your conformity? Stop playing. The ultimate authority is experience, as embodied by you. You're being asked to devote significant energy to listening, tending, and growing the relationship with yourself. Become your own best friend. Ooh. And the ultimate authority on what's best for you. Become your own best friend. And it's sad. It's really sad, right? When, you know what I feel like sometimes? Sometimes I feel like I didn't get to experience, like, having a complete family. I didn't get to experience, like, having a sister around. Although I have sisters. A sister. And, yeah. And she's gone. God rest her soul. you know. I feel like I missed that part of having a man, a father in my life, because I didn't get that energy. It was always somebody else's dad, you know what I'm saying, or some other random person, you know what I mean, or whoever I chose that I was still trying to get that from, you know. I can recognize, my behavior, you know what I mean. I recognize it. And then the relationship with my mother, right? Ooh, that shit came out loud. It was strained. It was very hard. But I admire her, man. I did, I thought she was so pretty, but there was no warmth. And it was some really mean things that were said and done, you know what I mean? And that's just crazy to me. I don't, but I've always felt like, what the fuck is this, What the fuck is this? It's the shit that I'm here doing here. This is not, that's not what the book says. That ain't what, you know what I mean? And then to have to defend myself against somebody that I wanted to like me so bad. I really did. And there's things like I find myself doing as she does. Sometimes I get mad. Yeah, sometimes I be so mad. I don't want to turn into her. That's the honest truth. I don't want to be her. You know what I mean? But people wouldn't understand that because nobody knows what the other side looked like, right? I was always searching for her approval. I was... What else? Anything else? You ever let a fox in a chicken coop? I let a fox in my chicken coop. Boo boo kitty. Oh shit. Hang on, y'all. Battery's dying. Y'all still there? I forgot. I was still downloading. And, oh shit! What happened over here? Ooh, something about some cosmetic lotions. Somebody could have spiked some cosmetic lotions. The devil knows he's lost. Doing spell work, putting poisonous cosmetic lotions. Y'all be cautious of that out there. Stinky blanket, yep. Insecurity. Something about an uncle. Stinky blanket. What's going on here, spirit? These cards want to just fly out. What's going on? What else we need to know here? We got that. Oh shit! The uncle. The stinky blanket came on out. Look at that. Something about an uncle. Uncle Stinky. Uncle Blanket. Ain't that Michael Jackson's son's name? Blanket, right? I'm just saying. What's going on here, Spirit? Crisis friend. Somebody needs your help. They only come around when they need your help. They only come around. Something about a wooden casket. Somebody could have a altar with a wooden casket on it with your picture in it, Spirit said. What's this message? I think something about a storage unit. Feast. Feast, harvest time. Reap what you sow. Something about a, crisis friend again. I seen a storage unit. Somebody could have an altar in a storage unit. What's going on, Spirit? What's that? I feel small to you. Oh, they felt small to you. Wow. So you could have been a really bright child, very smart, right? People liked you. You know, you would draw people towards you, to you. You made somebody feel small. It says, Father, please fill the holes in my soul. Yeah, it was your... Look at this shit here. It was your family that called DSS on you. Yeah. So instead of filling the holes in your soul with addiction, you made a choice to let God do it. Let God clean out that mess. Let God show you the devil's tricks. What's going on here, Spirit? Come a long way, baby. That's what the Spirit wants you to know. You come a long way. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Illusions that the more you have, the higher your status. And somebody look greedy. They don't look like somebody that, you know, came a long way. They look like somebody that's greedy. What's going on here, Spirit? Player. Whoever it is, this uncle. There's an uncle that's a player. Oh, shit. Look at that. Ain't that some ugly shit? Ooh, somebody could be homeless. Wow. Spirit, I ain't trying to see that. Ooh-wee. What's going on here, Spirit? Don't believe everything somebody says. You gotta check the validity of what somebody's spewing out here, okay? Ooh, damn. Okay, y'all. Okay. They prayed for the chance, and when they got it, they tried to destroy it. The very thing that they wanted, they got played. So this player, this uncle got played. They got played trying to destroy something. I don't know. Spirit said, know yourself. Yeah, you came a long way. You know yourself today. You're not who somebody tried to make you out to be, who they wanted you to be. Somebody was definitely pulling strings and creating fires in your life to get you to give up on life. That's basically what the fuck it is, right? They want you to give up on yourself. Child, please. A plant without water will die. Didn't I tell you? This is purposely done. Yeah. If they take away the thing that you love the most, you ain't gonna have no purpose. You ain't gonna, you ain't gonna want to live, right? Most people wouldn't, right? Learn to move when you're being led to move. That's what you did. That's what I did. Even if it was unpopular, but I had to step out of the chaos and allow people to see and figure things out for themselves, because I was no longer, trying to, get you guys to like me, love me. I couldn't do that no more because I was losing myself, right? Even though I know it was a tactic, you know what I'm saying? But did you really understand the consequences of something like that? What if I didn't have God? What if I had gone into another spiral? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Is that what you really wanted? You wanted me to be out here destitute, sick, on drugs, accepting anything and everything, you know what I'm saying, being used and abused, in jail. Is that what you really fucking wanted? And why? Because I made you feel what? Small? Because you've known since I was a child that I was an exceptional child? Oh shit. Is this shit really unfolding? 555. Ooh, spirit. That didn't just pull a fucking plug out from underneath my fucking feet. Yeah. I don't know where to go with this. I think I got it all. I did all the decks. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. I'm gonna leave it right there for a little bit. Peace. Y'all stay up.